Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, finished. We're not quite finished, but we continued exploring the Rauh base. Yeah, Rauh base. This little area here, actually, to be more precise. Started at the Temple Town ruins. Um, Nothing really but a whole bunch of shadow people. A whole bunch of shadow people. There was one horned warrior at the very top of the ruins with a great sword, but because we could summon, I summoned Black Knight Commander Andreas. So that horned warrior up there wasn't too difficult. Andreas distracted, and I just speared him in the back. I mean, that's how you deal with them, really. But yeah, other than him, it was just a whole bunch of shadow people, some dogs, nothing too crazy. Picked up a revered spirit ash, as well as the two-handed talisman, which I might employ later on, maybe. We'll see. It's really good on like great swords, great axes. Anytime you two-hand a weapon, it's really good. Usually bigger weapons. Again, great swords, colossal weapons, those type of things. But picked that up, and then we went and grabbed the Divine Bird Warrior Ornis. Or Oris. However you want to pronounce his name. Ornis. I'll just call him Ornis. Yep. Picked him up. I will use them. I'm not quite sure where, so I will upgrade him to at least +9, maybe +10. I mean, he's that good, but I haven't quite. I'll do that eventually. And then after that, we went through the Kindred of Rot. This little section here, where there's quite a number of them, and we got lucky. We got very lucky. I think their AI kind of not worked. Because we would shoot them with arrows, and they would just kind of slow walk towards us, allowing us to shoot them with more arrows. Usually, if you hit them first time, yeah, they'll slow walk to you. If you hit them the second time, that's usually when they start running towards you. But for whatever reason, they just decided to continue to slow walk. So I'm not gonna complain about that. So we took care of one or two of them with range with the arrows. Some more with Giant's Flame Take Thee, because they were kind of bunched up. And that little area, we picked up a cookbook. What's it called? Antiquity Scholar's Cookbook. Yeah. Allows us to make fire sprite stones, which I probably won't be using, but it's there if you want it. And again, we also picked up another version of the Gravebird armor with the little quills on the sides, which I probably won't be using, but it's good if you can use jump attack, because they do enhance jump attacks. Picked up the Ash of War poison flower blooms twice. I think is what it's called. Poison flower blooms twice, yeah. Very interesting Ash of War. Probably won't be using it, but it is pretty strong if you're going to use poison and rot, so always keep that in the back of your mind if you're going to use those. There was another horned warrior, which didn't give us too much trouble, though he did kind of sneak up on us because we weren't expecting him to aggro that range. Then we pressed on, encountered, I think, like 4 or 5 rune bears in that little foresty area right here. There's like 4 or 5 of them just right here. So at that point, we took it nice and slow. Using sleep pots, Scarlet Aeonia, and I think we used Burno Flame, the Fire Pillar incantation. Yeah, so that dealt with the rune bears pretty handily. So And then we also encountered the boss, Red Bear Regulia, I think it's how you pronounce it, who we kind of broke. Except we used Eternal Sleep Pots on him, her, it, on the Red Bear. And Eternal Sleep Pots keeps them from immediately waking up when you hit them. Usually with regular sleep pots, they go to sleep, but the moment you hit them, they'll get up. But it's not the case for Eternal Sleep Pots. You have a little bit of time before they get up. Maybe. Haven't quite tested it thoroughly, but it should prevent them from immediately getting up. They'll still get up. They'll still get up eventually, but you'll have that little time. So in that time, we Aeonia, Burno Flame. I think I also summoned Black Knight Andreas as well. Might as well. I mean, why make it hard on yourself? So, yeah, I know there's another Red Bear boss out there. We might be able to get to it at the end of the episode, but I doubt it. But we'll do the same thing. Eternal Sleep Pots, Aeonia, Eternal Sleep Pots, and another powerful spell incantation of some sort. So we might be able to get to the end at the end of the episode, but I doubt it. But Red Bear went through some flying scorpion spider things. Ugh. Yep. And then we made our way here to the Scorpion River Catacombs. Yep, and that was it. Between episodes, I did go back to Taylew's Ruined Forge and farmed for the Golem Fist weapons. Luckily, there was one golem that was relatively close to the entrance. So I went up, farmed him, eventually got the Golem Fist. I did not grab anything else. But I did get a bunch of not runes. Well, I did get a bunch of runes. But I also got a bunch of smithing stones in the process, so that's solid. I didn't touch anything else, so the Ruined Forge is untouched other than that. I then also grabbed more Mesmer Embers to craft some more fire coils, which I should probably use those instead. So I have 10 on hand and 5 in storage. The best place for them, I believe, is at that little campsite where the Ghost Flame Dragon was fighting the Mesmer soldiers just north of Fort Reprimand. From this Grace, just go this way, and there should be like 5 or 6 in this little area. And they do respawn, so just go down here, grab them, warp back, torrent back down, grab the 5 or 6, rinse and repeat. So made sure I had some extras later on, because we are going to need a few for one of the furnace golems. So, well, I should probably make some furnace pots anyway, just whenever I go fight the furnace golem. I should probably make some later on, but I digress. Upgraded a composite bow and the smith's grip spear. I did that now before I forget, because I will be using those later for one boss fight in particular. And I'll probably explain more when I get there, but it's a field boss, so we'll be on torrent. And using the smith's grip spear's throw attack, the R2, torrent won't slow down. Composite bow's light bow, so torrent won't slow down either, allowing us to get attacks off quickly without slowing down. But again, I'll get to that when we get there. What else did I do? I think that's it. And today we'll be hopefully finishing the Rauh base, or the Rauh base, however you want to pronounce it. We'll do the Scorpion River Catacomb, Taylew's Ruined Forged, and if time permits, the Mausoleum. If time permits. This might be the start of the next episode. We'll see. But, so that's the plan. Catacombs, Forge, Mausoleum. All right. And equipment for today, start out with Milady, plus 25. Fully marked Milady with the Flame Skewer. again, it's like one of my favorite weapons, so I'm going to be using it quite often. Dagger with our Assassin's Gambit, because we will be needing it. Seal, shield, my noble attire. Navy hood, traveling garbs, wear gauntlets, blights, greaves, because it looks fashionable. Dragon Crest to offset our lower physical defense. Prince of Death Assist, because we're going to be needing Deathblight resistance in this catacomb. You'll see when I'll talk about it when we get there. Alexander, so hopefully we'll be doing some skewing. Bless Dew, because it's just awesome. Flask has Green Burst and Hard Tier. Coils to start, probably change up. Boiled Crab, we'll stick with Andreas for now. He might change this up. Stats. Starting spells, Discus of Light for certain enemies in the catacomb here. Lightning Spear, Pest Threads, Busted Out Ancient Lightning Spear. Just because you might need, who knows. There might be some drop downs where you have to take care of. Aeonia, Vow, and Heal. Pretty standard stuff. Alright. Oh, I got up. I forgot. When I was farming for the Golem Fist, the best way to get back to the Grace without completing the 4 is just kind of jump yourself off a ledge into the lava down below. So, yeah, use the Twiggy Cracked Tear in your flask before you jump, and you're good to go. But anyway. Alright. Should we get going? We should get going. Get our shield out. Because I hate imps. Big Mouth Imp. What? Hold on. I'm pretty sure you can block that. Come on. I know there's another guy back there. I'm pretty sure you could block the range attack. Are you not going to do it? I'm almost certain you could block the range attack. I think it just hit us awkwardly. Or should have stood still when it fired instead of, try to strafe. But I'm almost certain you can block the attack. And I'm almost certain it's a physical purely. But all right. That right there is why we have the Death Cyst on. Let me see if I can get both. That little statue right there. It's also why we have Assassin's Gambit. Because once we get close enough, it's going to spew out little eyes that'll cause Deathblight to any enemy, to us when it detects us. So Assassin's Gambit will reduce the range it will be able to detect us at, allowing us to more or less run freely in front of it until we get very close. So that's why I have it. Because I think if we step in right now, it'll spot us. Let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, right here. Step out, Deathblight, behind a pillar, give it a second. Assassin's Gambit, and it doesn't see us. So it won't see us until we get across the bridge. Once we get across the bridge, it's going to notice us, and even if you have Assassin's Gambit on, but at least for now, we can at least kind of run around a little bit without getting Deathblighted. See some Mesmer soldiers. And up there's a knight. A twin blade knight. Oh. Yep, Assassin's Gambit deactivated, and we immediately got Death Blighted. I should probably use the other shield. More fire resist. Alright. Rejuvenating boluses actually is not a bad idea. It's up here, okay. Just in case. Alright, so. Gambit allows us to run a bit closer before we get Death Blighted. So yeah, well eventually he'll still see us once we get close enough, but again, it'll just allow us to get closer without getting too much Death Blight. That's the attack around the corner. Hit the wall. Can't use a long weapon in the corridor. But alright, where's you imps at? There you are. One to the left. So it's just one to the left. Well, certain there's another one down here. Yep. Nah, he was too far away. Yeah, Ancient Lightning Spear has a pretty good its damage potential is near the center of the blast, not the radius, so we were too far away for that. Alright, Grave Glovewort. Oops. Just want to check something. I don't think there's any. I don't believe there's any invisible walls in here, but just want to double check. Big Mouth Imp. You gonna shoot again? Because I need to test something. Or we just beat you up. That's fine by me. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just a physical attack, so we should... If you block it, we shouldn't be able to take any damage, but... Alright. Left or right? Well, the items ahead pulls you that way. Let's go this way. Let's see what... Check this out. Oh, okay, I know where we are. Yes, there's a... This way. There should not be anything in here. We have to go this way. Alright. So we should be pretty safe. Well, there's another one of those statues. But it should be focused on the bridge above us. So we should be fine. Glovewort? Alright, so just remember, there's a way up on the thing. We just have to find a way to trigger it, though. Okay. Just keep that in mind. Now we'll go this way first. And just pick them off one at a time if you can. Or do that. That works. Free money is free. I think there's an imp. Yeah, there he is. I think he's the only one. Ah. Oh, there's another one. So there is another one. Okay. I think he was like over here probably. All right. We need those. I gotta find a place where I can get those easily. Because I want to use the hefty lightning pots, but I need those. All right. Long ladder. Oh, I didn't realize he would attack that quickly. Anyway. Glove Ward 5. And this is that little room that we noticed earlier that we decided not to go to. Yep. Here's the left or the right. We go back this way, deal with the knights. Oh! That was close. I did not realize I was that close. Let's go here to be safe. Alright. I thought I was not that close. Huh? Oh well. Yeah. Big old mausoleum. Yeah, there's another one of those. All right. I need to get my arrows back. Nope, I don't want that one. I want these, and then I want these. All right, so how close? Use the arrow to stagger him briefly. Should I even try? Fine, I'll try. Alright. It's probably not going to get hit by it. Well, he might. Again, he doesn't take a lot of damage. Thank you. Alright, not too bad. Think we can sprint across? I think so. Man, okay. And over here we have Black Knight Captain Hugh. A Twin Blade Black Knight summon. They have the shield. Although to be honest, I think the shield probably better. Well, Twin Blade one's definitely more your offensive one. Shield's more of your defensive one. So it's really depends on what kind of help you need, I would say. Okay, you're close. We need to see if we can trigger those, because there's something up there. Is there anything up here? Not that I can tell. Oh, yes there is. Alright, what's this? Glove Ward 6. We'll take it. Is this a safe drop? Yes. Alright, let's see if we can trigger this one. Ooh. And we have Imp Head Lion. Nice. Alright, there's nothing else over there. Cool. Alright. That should be the same height. Get into a little alcove real quick. Alright. Do we go that way or do we go behind the eyes? Let's go behind the eyes first. Oh wait, that's a quick reprieve. Yeah. Resembling a lion in appearance, life force faintly clings to it. So it probably increases vigor, my guess. They're the other way. Yep. Vigor by 2. Okay, not bad. Black Knight Hues, Black Knights were the primary force members of army. Second to the first Knight Commander was Hugh, a man with agile command of both Twin Blade techniques and powers of the Crucible. Yep. Divine Beast Hunt, he followed his father Andreas into rebellion against Mesmer. Like his father, he too was imprisoned in an underground tomb. Mesmer mourned the loss of her brothers in arms. Yeah. Mesmer. Mesmer is a good guy. But, alright. We should be able to get right here. That's a little edge here. Keep sprinting. And we should be safe. I don't know of a way to turn those off. Once the eyes are active, I don't know of a way to turn them off. I don't think they can be turned off. I think they're just a hazard going forward. Alright. That should be it. Thank you. Alright. There's just those two, huh? We have Knight's Lightning Spear. And now we're talking here. An upgraded version of the Lightning Spear. Although I say upgraded, there's some points to it that's not as good. There's a primary spear that'll throw like secondary spears, kind of like the Death Knight in the Catacombs. You can charge it for more damage, more secondary spears. The only downside that I know of is that it doesn't cast as fast. The regular lightning spear is a faster cast speed. Oh, I thought that was my fire pot. No, we want this one. All right, let's go. Thank you. 6 Fulgur Blooms, we'll take them. This is the other side of the bridge. Nice. I'm just checking. Okay. So now this is the way forward. Down we go. Further down. I don't think there's any catacombs where the illusory wall behind the elevator. It would be awesome, but I don't think there's any one. Now the eyes can float forward and back. Nothing there. We'll nothing there. Wait for it to come back. And we'll have to do a drop down, but I don't think it does damage directly. But it does cause a lot of Death Blight buildup. Let's just run. It's behind us. Right. And the statue, you can't break the statues either, so I have no clue what it's all about. Alright. I need a test. Yes, it is physical damage. Okay. And the first time was probably because they got behind us. Huh. When I sidestep like that. Come on. Thank you. There we go. Big mouth. You're gonna be a bit trickier. Let's sit here till it de-aggroes, if it ever does. Let's run up. Right. Grave Glove Wart, thank you. Stairs. All right. These guys should be weak to holy, so it shouldn't take too many discuss. Wow. Alright, they were definitely weak to holy. Pew. Alright, that takes care of that. Definite threat was the sorcerer guy. Good thing we only needed 2 discuses to fight him. Alright. Ghost Glove Ward 8. Definitely take that. Another drop down with a little arch. Probably more basilisks. Yep. Oh, there's 3 of them actually. Okay. Should have known there was 3. I only saw the 2, but I guess the 3rd one was like right here. Anyway. Great Ghost Glove Wart. Definitely take it. How many do I have? 4. Okay. What other ashes would I want to use? I'm trying to think. Pretty sure we upgraded most of the ones I wanted. Or at least maxed out the ones I really wanted. Rauh, Mimic Tier. We might use one on Ornis, to be honest. But who knows? Ooh. There's a little bridge down there. Yeah, there's a bridge down there, so once it goes back that way. Ow, ow, ow. Kind of follow it and then hop down. There is an imp, so just be a little careful. Yeah. Right. And that is death, so don't even bother. Yeah, there's a kill plane, so here. Just to prove it. Yeah. Because for whatever reason, the glowstones don't immediately break like the rainbow stones do. So, it's the ladder. Where does this take us? How did I know? That was a bit tricky. Should have ignored him and gone after him. Alright. This is that little, the one part where we had to go underneath to avoid the eyes. This is that upper part. Have Dragon Knight's Cookbook number 2. Dragon Bolt Grease. Yeah. Techniques of the ancient Dragon Knight who followed Godwin's Golden Knights into the realm of shadow. Yeah, because this just brings us back there, so there's nothing else here. Alright. Wait, do we have to go that way then, in order to get back? I think I do. I'm trying to remember real quick. Yeah, okay, so I have to go back that way. Never mind. We dropped it down. Ladder. Nope, never mind. Right here. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay. Well, this is where the sorcerer and the 2 imps were at. That little upper section that couldn't get to. Broken runes, Fulgur Bloom, and here we go. That bridge we kind of dropped down from. Okay, so let it come back. Now I can do that. Ow. And just follow it. Should be, yeah, right here on the right. Okay. Yeah, you can't break the statues. I might have to test it later, but I wonder if the darkness incantation will have any effect on that statue. That'll cause the thing to stop moving. It's worth a try. But I'll check. I don't think it'll work, but yeah. All right. Looks like we're at the end. Yep, America statue and all. All right. Now this should be another Death Knight. But this time he has a different weapon. Wants that. No, it's just a regular one thrust kind of thing. That's will work. And not gonna need that. Put on the lightning bolt drake. Okay, that should work. Yeah, we're gonna try and parry him. Yeah, and again, it's a Death Knight, so he's weakest to Holy, so I have a Sacred Misericord here. So, alright. So, we'll drink, bow, crab. Let's not embarrass ourselves. Ah. What are you gonna do? There we go. Oh, nice damage. Ah. Quick follow-up after that bolt, especially if you're close by. Ah, too soon. Let's get this way a little bit. R2? R2. Death Knight's Long Haft Axe. The Cerulean Amber Medallion. +3. Oh yeah. Parry's the way of the game for these Death Knights. Parry and a holy weapon. Alright. We picked up his Hefty Axe, which we might use, to be honest. I like the Ashore on it. It's a blink bolt with a little jumping R2 down into a lightning bolt. So we might use this. I just need one more point in strength to one-hand it, so that'll probably be my next level up anyway. We might give it a try. And this Cerulean Amber Medallion, which I believe is a 13% increase. So we get 200 up to 226. Yeah, it's about 13. 10%'s 2. Well, 10%'s 20. 1% is 2. Yep, 13. Okay. And that's for the axe. Oh, let me get our fashion back. Always gotta look good when you're doing something. Ah, yeah. It's also got the Crescent Axe moveset, so it's the one I like. So, oh, definitely give this a go. Give this a go. Anyway. That done. Next stop is Taylew's Ruined Forge. It shouldn't take us too long. We should be able to get this done in this episode. As long as the golems cooperate, we should be able to get it done. We'll get 4%. Yeah, we'll keep the brass shield. We want this guard counter. I mean guard counter, not charge attack. Sorry, guard counter. Because we are going to be primarily guard countering. Although the Old Lord's Talisman would probably help. Just so we can keep Cragblade up a bit longer. And I'll do that. And then the Blue Dew. Alright, let's actually get our bow. Let's get our crystal darts out. Okay. So yeah. I kind of improved on our handling of the Golem Smiths. Cragblade is the way to go. Because with Cragblade, it'll only take 2 guard counters to stance break them instead of 2 and then like an R1 or something. 20,000, 23,000 to be exact. Yeah, we'll just go on. All right, let's just get going. Taylew's Ruined Forge. First item is a Shadow Rune. Free money is free. There's a little pipe. Hit them where they're weakest. Yep, in the back. Pretty sure there's nothing down there. Thank you. Smithing stones. Should be a bunch of smithing stones in this little area. And why take the ladder? Smithing stone 1. I'll jump across. What I need is some gas stones. Alright, there should be a golem right to our right. Yep, I can already hear him. Yeah. I should have buffed while I had the chance. Guard counter, R2, backstab. Alright. Bam. Easy peasy. Crag blade was all the difference. It made it much more easier to handle. Smith's Script Axe. Your very own throwing axe. Be honest, not probably as useful as a spear, but still really fun. I think the spear is probably your best Smith Script weapon. Just for like horseback combat, really. Alright. Grab all the upgrades. That way is forwards. Let's check this little area out. That's more lava. Magma. Big Script Great Hammer. Now that's, well, of the Smith Script weapons, the Great Hammer is the strongest. Just because it's the charge R2 on it, it's a really strong throw. You do like a little whirlwind and then you like shot put the thing. So it does have really good range comparable to the other one, or more range than the other ones, the other Smith Script weapons. Okay, we can just drop down there. Okay. I was trying to figure out which way to go first. We can go this way first. This is actually where I got the golem fists. Jump here. Should be a golem right here. Yep. Yep. The other golem will drop the fists. If he'll attack. There he goes. Keep fighting. No, 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 not me. There you go. You're done. Oops. Did not mean to do that. But he will drop the golem fists. So make sure you at least farm it from him before you complete the ruins. And at this point, I had the cracked twiggy tier in the flask, I would drink it before dropping down here, fight these two, and then throw myself off the ledge. The cracked here prevents your rune losses, and you'll respawn at the beginning, and you just run back until you get it. So that's how I did it. Ooh, 5 4s. I'm pretty sure there's more in here that'll drop him, but he's your best bet, or the easiest one to farm for. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Gives us 7. Nice. Yep. Or dashing strong attack to spin and fling the Great Hammer. Grant skills with an affinity. Alright. Just jump across, back up, and then go the other way. Although, there's a whole... no, never mind. I forgot about all that. I gotta get that. Gotta collect all the things. I know there's like a lot of them down here. There's like 4 or so. Yeah, they haven't dropped down yet. Bam. I think they dropped smithing stones. I think that's it. Really? All right. All right, I guess that was it. I thought there'd be more than down there, but I guess not. Now we go right. Could hop down, but now it's this. We'll go this way. All right. Bunch of smithing stones. We'll take it. Save money in the at the round table hold, so we don't have to buy smithing stones. All right, what's in here? Some more golems. Oh, so you could throw them. You're throwing actual lava creatures. Okay, you're public enemy number 1. Should have cracked blade. Thank you. I'm almost certain the golem smiths can't jump up. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah, he's just gonna lumber around down there, huh? The Myth Script Shield. Okay, now this one's very good for NPC fights or any enemy that likes to dodge. It's a similar property to the Ring of Light on the Halo Scythe. The initial activation, you'll throw it up, it'll spin in place for a second, and then it'll projectile. Any dodging AI will dodge at this, but not the actual projectile. So you'll hit the skill, the enemy will dodge. Once they stand back up, the projectile is basically coming at them, so it's very good against one-on-one NPC fights. It's also pretty cool looking. We might give it a try. I don't know. It's definitely hey, easy now. Ooh, that was close. Thank you. Is anything over here? Nope. I was hoping for more crafting items, but I guess not. 4 6s, nice. Alright, some more smithing stones. I guess we have to do the drop down. Now we drop down. Let's just check our landing area. Alright. This way. Oh, ladder. That's probably the way to the this is the end. 3 8s. Definitely take it. That's 4. Nothing over here. Cool. Now we go back here, up the ladder. Probably takes us to a switch that moves the thing that allows us to access the furnace at the end. Remember, there's a little gap here. Yeah. He has a fist, so he can throw stuff at us. Yep. Ah. Little bastard. Hey, look what he dropped. Another golem fist for us. Well, at least he was nice enough to drop one of those for us after he knocks us out of the air. God, I didn't realize he was going to do it so quickly after one after the other. All right. Just some smithing stones and craftable. Nothing really important. see what we can see. Use the lever. Rotates the whole contraption. Alright, and now we should be able to finish the forge. Just gotta jump here. I think at this point we can no longer access this half of the forge. Because I don't quite know of any way to get back up here. Yeah, because I don't think we can. Yep, so at this point, if you didn't have the golem fist, well, you know, SOL, I guess. Yeah, because that way leads us out. This way leads us to the last forge. Oh, wait. Hold on. Taylew the Golem Smith. An amazing Ash of War if you actively heal them. He can solo Radon by himself if you heal him. Of course if you heal him, but Smithing Stone. But yes, so Taylew's like all the other Golem Smiths. Stupid amount of damage resists, but he doesn't have a lot of health. So, hence why if you actively heal him, he can solo almost all the bosses. Most of them. But I did not realize it was up here. Does this move the pipe again? Oh my god. Alright, so everything I just said about, you know, not accessing the other half of the forge, well, that was just a complete lie. I did not realize this lever was here. If I knew this was here, I would have, whatever. What's done is done. But but you can't activate it from here. You have to activate it from the other switch. Okay. But that doesn't matter. Now that the forge is done, we can warp out of here if we want. Alright. And you know what? I mean, it is a good time to end the episode, but there's one more thing before the shadow. Let me think real quick. No, I think we can. You know what? Yeah. We'll call an episode right here. I probably could go and fight the Red Bear boss at the mausoleum, but nah. He is a difficult fight, the mausoleum. I think it's the west, no, not the western mausoleum. Which one is it? South, west. Okay. This should be the northern mausoleum then. I could go fight the NPC at the Northern Mausoleum, Red Bear, but he is difficult for our current level, shadow level. If I did look it up, and if I'm reading it right, he has the second highest NPC scaling in the Shadow of the Earth Tree expansion. Second highest. The next highest, the only one higher is going to be the Leda NPC fight in Inner Ilum. So he is no joke. So, be honest, we may not even fight him right now, to be honest, now that I think about it. I mean, we can do it. I have done it. I did practice a little bit between episodes, but so it is possible. It's just if I mess up, he will annihilate us. So I gotta be careful. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, call it an episode. We cleared out the Scorpion River Catacombs and Taylew's Forge. Yeah, the Catacomb took, I think, most of the episode. I think maybe like 2/3 of it anyway. But it was an important one. We got another Spirit Ash, another Black Knight Spirit Ash, this time with a Twin Blade. Picked up another Imped, picked up a Great Ghost Glovewort, which is, we don't really need it, but we'll definitely take it. Another cookbook. The most important pickup in the Scorpion River Catacomb, at least for us, was the Knight's Lightning Spear. Yes. We will be using that. Although I'm pretty sure it is slower cast than the regular lightning spear, it is significantly more powerful. In fact, if we hit Meteor, I think, the Mother of Fingers, if we hit her in the right spot, we can like chunk her HP down to its. Oh, I can't wait to do that. See if that actually works the way I think it will. But yeah, we'll employ Knight's Lightning Spear going forward pretty regularly, I would say. Considering most of Mesmer's soldiers are weakest to lightning, so might as well. Knight's Lightning Spear. Trying to think of what else we got. Nope. And at the end, there was the Death Knight boss. The last one, actually. There's only 2 of them in the DLC. That one had the hefty long axe, or the long aft, however you want to pronounce it. Death Knight's long half axe. So all we need is 1 more point of strength, and we'll be able to use it. And I will be using it because I do like the Astral War on it. It's really good, or it's really powerful anyway. But yep, and that was all we got from there. And then we came here to Taylew's Forge. Cleared it out of the smithing golems. This time a bit easier with the Crag Blade Armor Mace. So now it's guard counter, charge heavy, or 2 guard counters with Crag Blade. So much easier to handle. And the forge, there was just a bunch of smithing stones, gas stones for volcano pots, hefty volcano pots. And then we picked up the Smith Script axe, which I probably won't be using. It's a fun weapon to use, like a little throwing axe, but Smith Script weapons have pretty short range except for the Great Hammer. So the throwing part of it's not very useful in the long run anyway. The Smith Script axe, the Smith Script shield, very good shield for enemies that like to dodge. We might employ it. We'll see. And then the Smith Script Great Hammer, which is probably your strongest Smith Script weapon, just because you can chuck it, a football field away. You basically do like a discus hurl. If I can. Oh, I do have enough. Yeah, because you'll basically discus hurl. So yeah, so there's that. We won't be using it. Again, it's a great hammer. It is probably okay, but I don't really care for big, slow weapons. There are one or two exceptions, but even then, I don't really care for them. But anyway, picked up, there's actually 2 Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones here. One at the forge and one on a corpse in there somewhere. More smithing stones. One of the golems decided to drop their fists for me, even though I don't need it. Better to have 2. I think you can change Ash of Wars on it. Yeah, you can. Okay. So probably having a second one's probably not a bad idea. Yep, and they came up to the forge and picked up Golem Smith Taylew. Has a little dialogue, yeah. Who launches his own fists as projectiles. Taylew was said to be the runt of the litter and the first to stop moving, but it was he who became the guardian deity of smithery. Yeah. Maybe he's the one who made Titanite slabs. Anyway. Yep, and that was it. It's Catacombs and a forge. Not bad. Made progress. Yep. And next episode, we'll be heading back to Scadu Altus, hopefully finishing that up as well. I may or may not fight Red Bear at the mausoleum. At first, I was like, yeah, sure. But then I started thinking, it's like, well, he is pretty dang strong for arts at this stage of the game. Again, it's doable, but who knows? I just have to play it safe, I guess. But if I do decide to do it, he'll probably be the first thing next episode. And then after that, we'll go back to Scadu Altus. Yep, because there is another Red Bear boss here. Another Red Bear Rune Bear. Red Rune Bear boss right here. So we'll do that, and then we'll clear out the encampment in front of Shadow Keep, and then we'll approach Shadow Keep itself. We probably will tag the Grace, the first Grace there, maybe. If there's one outside, we'll do that and not go inside. But either way, we'll approach the Shadow Keep, at which point Mikla should break his Great Rune. Then that's when everything changes. Yep. Because once Mikla breaks his rune, then the NPCs go their separate ways. Hornsent, Letta, Freya, Ansbach, Moore, Tholier, they all go their own little ways. So once the runes break, we're going to have to go talk to each of them, with Letta being last. So that's probably what's going to take up the episode next time. Yep. And then after we talk to all the NPCs, we'll go head back down to Bonnie Village, this Grace, and then head this way. And clear out this little area. Make our way into the Cathedral of Manus Matir, and hopefully meet with Count Ymir. Ymir, or however you want to pronounce it. There is another furnace golem right about here, I want to say. So we'll deal with him. Yep. And then we'll do Ymir's little quest line as far as we can. We'll eventually get to the point where we have to go here, which requires us to go into the Shadow Keep. So, yep. And then once we do that, then we'll enter Shadow Keep proper. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we'll probably do the first part of Shadow Keep, get to the storehouse, and then do the back entrance, which will also get us into the storehouse. And then I'll try to figure out how to go from there. There's like 2 different paths up for the Shadow Keep. But we'll definitely do this part first, then the Church District, then the storehouse, and then ideally you want to do Mesmer, but I honestly think Gaius is also a good candidate. Probably do this part, Church District, Storehouse, fight Gaius, and then probably go down to the Shadow Tree Avatar. Probably do that one next. And then fight Mesmer after that. Because then at that point, we can continue Ymir's quest line. And after we do Ymir's quest line, we'll have 3 choices. We'll either head down towards the Abyssal Woods, head towards Bale, or head towards Rauh Ruins. So that's the game plan right now. But again, that's all for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.